All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this morning with a early morning message from Yah. Yes, I'm going to say it's from Yah because this is what He has given me. So I know that it's from Him. Okay? All right, I'm trying to get something started here. All right, all right, all right, all right. I want to first and foremost start off by saying I was trying to get connected online here this morning, and I found myself trying to do this phone thing. And what had happened is a pastor was preaching, and only one part that I heard. And at that moment when I heard it, I really gave honor and glory to the Most High Yah. Let me tell you why. Because this pastor was a European, a white man, elderly white man who have also been speaking up regarding or on the topic in which I'm about to speak on. And he's also been talking about a whole lot of other topics. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Sister Deborah, feels really good about other nations speaking on behalf of the word of Yah. I feel really good about that. I really do. Because that leads me to fully keep in mind when the Father looks down, He don't see colors, nationalities. He don't see male, Greek, male nor female, Greek, Gentiles, or Israel. He see spirits. And that's something that a lot of people do not want to take a hold of. They do not want to believe it. And it ain't for you to believe. Belief is something Yah put inside of you. And if you don't have that, you're not going to receive it. You get what I'm saying? So belief is a form of what is branded in you already, to where you already aware of some things, a lot of things. And when you hear it, it automatically connects to you. That's what belief really is. So Sister Deborah, I don't know why maybe I go here. I'm just checking with something right quick. Maybe I go here. Nope, I can't go there. Go back here. So Sister Deborah, is going to talk about what the Father has given me this morning, this early morning. I call it early because no, it's not that early, because I got up, 3 something this morning, and I mean, I was not feeling good at all. But I stayed up for about 2 or 3 hours and went back to sleep. But this is the message that the Father put in my spirit this morning. Like I said, when I got on here, was setting everything up, I heard a pastor, a European, white, elderly man teaching. I didn't get to listen to what he was saying, but it was something that he said that the Father wanted to give me the assurance before I get on this here platform this morning. And he said, this is the part that I heard. Today is worser since the day of the flood of Noah. This is what this man said. And did you know what I felt? I felt a confirmation in my spirit how important it is to get this message out, what the Most High has put in my spirit to speak on. Because to just hear that less than a second before I go live, it was just a full confirmation of what I've been saying in probably the last 3-4 videos. Now, this is the thing about it. Everything is not for everybody, okay? because everybody ain't no somebody. You get what I'm saying? That is in Yah as far as his spiritual seeds. So it makes sense. So that's why everybody is not going to receive, or everybody is not going to really get what I'm about to say. Another part, so I wanted to say that I'm so grateful. I am, y'all. I'm thankful to hear other nations speak how or where we are at, because I believe that even the tribe that I come from, I don't think the people are really anywhere near understanding really where we are at. And if a white, a European, elderly man, whether he was elderly or older, speaking nationwide, he got a big platform, that where we are at today is worse than he said, it's worse since the days of Noah. This is it, y'all. I try to explain that to people. But when you're explaining it to your own nation, the tribe of Judah, Judah is so slowful. They so bent in and bent out. They so caught up in so much materialistic things. They have no idea that the Father wants to speak to them first. But he always wanted them to hear first. But this is how a people have been. So it's nothing that Sister Deborah can do, nor am I going to work on doing or try to do. I also spoke to you. I felt good, because when I heard that before I got on live, I said, Father, that's the message you gave me. You know, I said, that's the message this morning. And I believe the Father wants someone to hear something this morning. He really wants you to hear something that somewhere along the line, I feel that he's saying that they don't hear. They're not hearing. It ain't like you really gonna bust a move when you do hear. But it's somebody in that crowd. It's somebody in the crowd that the Father is really wanting to speak to this morning. Another thing, I did a video on about me being scared. And just hearing that man say that, y'all don't know how I feel right now. I feel really good hearing it. That's why I keep bouncing back on him saying it. And I like the idea, like I said, that the Father chose other nations to speak to other nations. Because if you think Judah is hearing, Judah ain't hearing nothing. Right about now, Judah is not taking heed to nothing. But maybe the other nations can hear, because this man is actually telling people exactly what I'm trying to inform people. We're there, y'all. Whether you like it or you know it or you get it or not, we're there, okay? And I'm sure that's what Noah was saying to the people when in his day, telling them, y'all, hey, we there, y'all, we there. It's time to get it right. Come on in, come out of this. But they wasn't hearing then. So I, Sister Deborah, have to accept what the Spirit was teaching me this morning. It's that they didn't hear then, Deborah. So we cannot, he said, you cannot, I cannot connect nor the days of Lot today until we accept what really took place the days of Noah. When I key into Google trying to get the days of Noah, it keep running me back to Luke chapter 17. But see, that's not it. That's the part that got people lost today. Because the things that it said, it's going to be like the days of Noah. The things that it said does not really detail what actually happened in the days of Noah. But the Spirit gave me this message this morning, like unto many of messages that I have spoke, but he went a little deeper. And he was wanting me to speak on it again. And I was like, okay, but Father, I've made this video on this topic several times. He said, it doesn't matter. If you only knew, Deborah, how many times Noah had to go into the town and warn the people. But the people have no idea. If Yah has other nation warning you that that's where we're at, what do you think he has me down here doing? I know it. It goes in one ear and out the nuts. And you're going to understand why that the days of Noah is not affecting people. You see, you're going to figure out why no one is moved by what is in the world today and what is actually going on. Many of people, they're not moved by it. They're not concerned. They're going on their little ways. So listen to this. I said to you all in a video of how scared I am. Do I know about the right hand and it's stretched out on? Yes, I know it's all power. It's all power in the kingdom, on the earth, underneath the earth. It's all power. I do know the stretched out on. I do know the right hand. But it doesn't keep me from being scared in the flesh. Yes, I'm spirit and I'm flesh. I'm sealed in the flesh. But no. I'm sealed in the spirit. I am sealed in the spirit. But in the flesh, it's where I'm scared. And the reason why I'm scared is because of that man that just spoke. And I didn't get to listen to his message. He was speaking while I was setting up for this live. He said, where we at is worse than the days of Noah. I know that. I know that. And I think it's really, I'm not going to say it's sad that it had to come from another nation. It don't matter where truth come from, as long as it comes out in the light. And that's all that's important. So if he's speaking truth, that's all that matters. It don't matter that he's elderly or he's white. You know, it matters what is he speaking, Deborah? He's speaking the same thing you're speaking. That's truth. And he's saying it to a large audience. I'm saying it to a handful. So I want to get into the topic. Now, the Father approached me with this, and I was more so like, Father, that's something I've been talking about. That's something I've been speaking on. And this is what makes me so scared, because I know he didn't move the goalpost then. He ain't gonna move it now. And I'm scared. I'm scared regarding how long or how far he's gonna allow it to get. You see? I'm scared of that. Do I know? Do I salute his will and what he's going to do? Sure. But I'm still scared that this is a creator that does not play. Y'all don't know him like that. I do. I have every reason in this flesh to speak to you in your flesh and in your spirit that you just don't know him like you think you know him. And let's get into that. When he took me back again to Genesis chapter 6. Now, when he's taking me back to Genesis 6, I'm still like saying, Father, but we covered it. But Deborah, you're going to continue to cover it. And then he took me this time in Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. He said something is missing. Something has not been shouted on the mountaintop. Something needs to be spoken. Not that it's going to change people, but it needs to be out there. Why? Because it's the light. It needs to shine light on something that was said that's going to be like the days of Noah and the days of Lot. And this is something that is covered up, Deborah. This is something that people don't get. So when you hear this here man come up out of nowhere and say, today is worse than even the days of Noah. I'm like saying, why did I hear that? I mean, before I came online, let me explain what this man is saying. And this is why I know that this truly is a message from the Most High Yah. In Genesis chapter 6, verse 5, and it says, and Yah, meaning God, as the world sees the Creator, as God. I'm saying Yah, okay, as a form of Yahuwah, okay? Yeah, It says in Genesis chapter 6, verse 5, and Yah saw. Now you got to understand, what did he see? He ain't concerned about what you seeing today. He's explaining that he saw something. He's not saying that they are nor, no, he said, Yah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So what the Father is sharing with me, this is what you all keep trying to run from. You're trying to run from every pastor, every bishop, every apostle, every prophet, every prophetess, every Maureen, every seer, every watchman, every man that fall under the category of those who have administrative positions that's supposed to be out here teaching exactly what Sister Deborah has to speak on. They're not doing it, and they're not going to. The reason why is they fit under this category. And what he's saying is, they would never tell you all. They would never tell you what the day of Noah was really about. That's what the Father wants you to know. What the day of Noah was really about. Now, this is the part I was telling you that I'm scared. Because if the Holy Spirit is revealing to me that back in the days of Noah, this is really what it was about. But the way Luke in chapter 17, those that wrote it up, they made it all about eating, feasting, partying, marrying, and giving in marriage. That has nothing to do with the thoughts and imagination of the heart was only evil and wicked. So what I have been on here crying out to you all, telling you all, that is exactly what's happening. And people, it's like it's all over, and everybody trying to find a way to turn their head away from it. He has not heard any cries from this earth, because this earth making it reacting the same way they react the days of Noah, when it says every thought of his heart was only Father Deborah, only Father Deborah, only Father, only evil continually. So when you're looking, you coming on this platform looking for the prophetess in the wilderness to feed you all this food that you think feel good for your emotions, for your feelings, for your energy, for your vibes, you got another thing coming. I serve the Most High Yah, the real deal. Okay? I come to speak what he gives me to speak, and he wants me to let you know the minds of the people are wicked and evil continually. And before I got on here, I heard a European elderly man that got a large platform out of nowhere on my phone says, and we are in the days of Noah. We are in the days of, I wrote it down when I heard him say it. It's worse since the flood of the days of Noah. Now, this man is elderly. He's actually telling his people, all these people that's in his place of worship, all these people on YouTube that subscribe to him, he telling the people. Now, if here he is telling the people, and then here I am telling the people, do you know what? If he don't get no one else telling them, it don't matter. Because it's gone out to the wind, whether you accept it or not. So when you're sitting around wondering why the things are the way that it is, and what people are doing is they're trying to find a just reason of why this took place, why this happening, why why this happening? Why is this taking place? And the Father want me to tell you, because every imagination and thoughts of people are wicked and evil continually. That's what the days of Noah was and is about. I know. They want you to think drinking, partying, feasting, planning, marrying, giving in marriage. But the Father sends me this morning to say unto you, the thoughts of man is at the high level of wicked and evil. It's there already, y'all. So that's why he allowed me to hear that man said, and that gave me confirmation. Wow, Father, I like that. I like how you rumble. Because there's no way I should have heard him say that based on the topic that I'm about to speak on. It was just a quickie. It was like sent to me to help me bring forth what the Spirit of the Most High Yah wanted me to bring forth this morning. No, this is not fear-mongering. This is opening the eyes so you can see the light. This is where you're supposed to be repenting and seeking the face of the Most High Yah and tarrying for his Holy Spirit to come and live in you, to walk you through this here horrible time. But no, they don't want to do that because they are set in their flesh ways. And it's okay. It's okay. That's how you come down here. That's how you gonna go out. Okay? So as he wanted me to really go back into Genesis, and I was like, I went over Genesis chapter 6 so many times, Father, it's going one ear and out the next. He said, but just speak it, Deborah. Let's not start with verse 5. Let's not start with verse 1, 2, and 3, and 4. They missed it. They totally missed it. Let's drop down to verse 5 so they can see where they at today. And where are you at today? And Yah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination and thoughts of the heart was only evil continually. That's the mindset of people. That is the mindset of people. People want to look at everything on YouTube that has to do with wicked and evil at its highest. That's it. They don't want nothing no more than that. They want to swim in it. They want to sit down and eat in it. They want to watch it. They want to entertain it. They want to laugh at it. They want to enjoy it. They want to find pleasure in it. It's yours. You got it. Because it's already prophesied. It's going to be like the day of Noah. And what they have taught you all these thousands of years, the day of Noah was about partying, eating, feasting, marrying, giving in marriage, building, planting, selling. But guess what? Marrying, giving in marriage, guess what? He said the main thing they missed, and that was the wicked of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination and thoughts of his heart was only evil. Only, Deborah, put that in there. Only, Deborah, their thoughts and their hearts were only wicked and evil continually. So the Father is speaking, y'all. He said, we there. That's what day we're in. That's the day that we're in. And they gave me the confirmation from a pastor that was preaching this here, and only gave me that short part, and he was saying the same thing. And I'm like, say, that's deep. That is really deep. And I give all glory and honor to the Most High Yah for knowing what he wants to say in this day and time. Not what you want to hear. That's why I say I like how he rumble. I like his swag. Because he ain't caught up in you. He ain't caught up in you. I know many of you all think he caught up in you. But baby, no, he ain't. He ain't got no connection to you if he ain't abiding in you. Okay? Let me say that again. The Most High has no connection to you if he's not abiding in you. Okay? So all this that you all walking around here proclaiming and thinking you gonna cover it up or be a hypocrite, or you think that, hey, you gonna fake it till you make it, you go right on. You already there. You just don't know it. And people are using all kind of reason to cover it up. No, that's what I'm telling y'all. I'm scared of the fact that the Father is not gonna bust a move toward it. He's not going to change today. Every imagination of the heart and the thoughts are wicked and evil continually, Deborah, and you know it, you know it, you know it. Oh, Father, I know it, I know it, I know it, and I'm scared because you ain't going to bust a move. He's not going to move none of them ways out of your way. He ain't come to erase none of that. Did he do it the day of Noah? No. So that's what he's telling you. That's what today is, like unto the days of Noah. They don't click. It don't click. It don't click in the people because they need someone that's going to tell them what their energy and what their vibes want to hear, what their emotions and their feelings want to hear. That's their flesh. But this here song here that I'm talking about, it ain't here to bring you pleasure in that evil thought continually. Wicked and evil. I'm not here for that one. Okay? I'm here to bust that one wide open. That's where we're at today. Whether y'all know it or you like it or you think it. It don't matter how you having a good time on this earth. How you got all that you want and you desire. It don't matter how happy you are. And none of that. He don't care about none of that. That means nothing to the Most High who created all things. He's not caught up in what you feel in pleasure with or what you are enjoying in life. See, that's what y'all missed. That's why it was said the day of Noah, y'all missed it. Y'all missed really what was going on because Luke went and exaggerated and took it out of what was really going on with the men. In verse 1, selling their daughters. Then it drops down to verse 5 in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1 was telling you why he was ending the world. Verse 5 bounced off of verse 1 in Genesis chapter 6. That's what you should have been studying and putting together. Verse 1 dropped down to verse 5 in Genesis chapter 6. And then you'll understand why the world was destroyed. And until you understand that verse 1 and that verse 5, you ain't going to understand nothing else. But what are they teaching y'all today? Oh, the fallen angels. Oh, the sons of Yah, which are the fallen angels. Oh, the giants. They telling you about all of that. They're speaking about all of those things, y'all, to keep you focused on a lot of stuff outside of what you need to be focusing on as humans with the spirit of Yah, breath in you, which is your spirit. You should be focusing on those two categories, your flesh and your spirit. And they damn want to get caring about your spirit at all. 99.9 is anorexia in their spirit because they never thought that their spirit needed more food than their flesh. They still today don't understand that it's written that we don't live on bread alone. Letting you know, don't think that it's all about your flesh. That's what he was telling you. And what did you do? You said, forget that. It is about my flesh. Everything about my flesh. To where you left your spirit anorexia. Okay? So he wanted you to understand that in Genesis, y'all playing around and you go right ahead. Now you're there. And then that confirmation from the other pastor was sealing it. Telling me, see, Deborah, I've not just given it to you. I've given it to others in other nations to know exactly what you're about to speak on. It's in this country, y'all. So when y'all start to see racist and hate and and all of this stuff that's going on, that's just the little piece of it. That's the part that I'm scared, that seeing it for what it is, knowing that y'all ain't gonna bust a move on it. Oh no, y'all, he ain't come to clear it up, baby. See, that's what everybody keep thinking. And that's what everybody wants you to keep teaching them. Where he gonna come up and wipe all that away and keep you from having to go through. Oh, no, no, no. And I told too many of them, I told y'all, when y'all come to my page, either get your butt out if you don't belong. Because these very words that I speak, you're gonna live to feel that thing. Okay? So you go on out here and clown if you want to. You go right on out here thinking that you can jump in and jump out, slide in and slide out. Baby, it's a reason for it. Because he's going to let you see exactly the very words I speak right before your own face. And you ain't going to know what to do with it. You see? Because people are going to and fro. Now, this is something else he said. He said in Genesis, where he talked about Genesis 18, the day of Lot. He says it's going to be like the days of Noah and the day of Lot. He says the days of Lot, Deborah, there was a heavy, great cry, Deborah, that came all the way to my throne. And this cry was their sin. The sin is very grievous. So the wicked that they were doing was so heavy, like unto the days of Noah, in the day of Lot. But what did the Father do? He come off the throne. Did he have to come off the throne? Why was it that the Father felt his need to come off the throne? Because of the cries of how the level of wickedness was. What made him come off the throne? He did it in the days of Noah. But what made him come off the days of Lot? Because I believe the Father is like this. He's saying, okay, wait a minute. Let me touch base with Abraham. Because I got to give him a head up about what I'm about to do. He's not getting Abraham okay. He's just giving him a head up. When he gave Abraham the head up, what did Abraham do? Took off and went on back. Mind his own business. You see, you don't ever mess with the will of the Father. You salute the Father and his will and his ways and the things that he's doing. You see what I'm saying? You don't go tampering with it thinking please don't do it. No. That's why I say I'm scared. Because I know he ain't going to bust a move. The Most High is not going to bust a move on this earth to get anything and everything y'all see now. Guess what? Do y'all understand when I have to come on here and say it to you that it's worse than the days of Noah, and every imagination and thoughts are at that level of wicked and evil? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That the word from the kingdom have been sealed. It has reached the heaven and has been spoken. Now all it has to do is keep on coming to pass. And it's not weeks, years, months. It's here already. And I've been trying to tell people that. But, it ain't that I'm trying to tell them. It's just that I'm speaking on that level. That's why I suggest people don't come to this page if you want to continue to live out your living in darkness, calling it light. Because that's what you got a lot of people out here doing it. They're faking it, thinking, hey, this is going to make it. If I can just fake it long enough, I'll make it. No, you won't. Because I need to stop saying what it's about. Has hit this land on this earth is something that ain't nobody ready for. And they don't even believe it's actually taking place. Just like the days of Noah. But that level of evil that has taken place on the earth, he said every thought and imagination was wicked and evil. It's here already. I'm not going to tell you it's coming next month, next week, next year. No, I ain't going to sit here and lie and tell you that. I'm tired of holding it myself. I keep telling y'all, I see it in both realms. I see it in the spiritual realm and I see it in the flesh. And in me, I'm studying, trying to figure out what's wrong with these people. They don't see this. What's wrong with these people? They don't get this. They don't understand this. So everything you see happening is a part of what was going on in the days of Noah. What was that? Every imagination and thoughts were wicked and evil. So if you run your tail around here on this earth and play that game, that is not happening, and that stuff is not taking place. And what people would do is people will run from the truth of what is being spoken. You know why? Because they do not think. They want to feel it. They don't want to think it. They don't want to feel it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to experience it. But guess what? It's there, and it's coming for you. It's coming for you, especially for you. So it ain't something that you want to jump up and run, thinking you're going to run to the left, so far left, you're going to get away with what this sister is saying. No, you ain't. You better try to find you a way to the right. And that is full repenting. Going to the Most High Yah, repenting for those evil ways and those thoughts that are wicked and evil. And also in the process, wanting him to lead and guide you from within. You want him to enter in you to lead and guide you in this day that's so much like already the days of Noah. And the days of Lot, same thing. And I'm going to key it in what he's saying. He said, Deborah, go back to the days of Lot. It was said, notice the great cry, Deborah. It was a great cry. And it was because of their sin was very grievous to me. He said, I couldn't take it. I had to come out down. Now, what y'all don't understand, anytime the Creator has to come off that throne, that's straight up business. And I've explained to y'all several times. I remember going into prayer, and I remember, and I can tell y'all, and I don't want to tell y'all because I don't want to interfere with this message, the things that he did when he came off that throne on my behalf. Let me tell y'all, you better watch yourself. You better be careful in who you think you're dealing with. Because when he come off that throne, that means no play, y'all. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. That means no play. Playtime over. Wrath, fire, judgment. You know, he ain't playing. And I know that's hard for you all to receive because y'all think he really don't exist. Only when you're ready for him to exist, when you're going through, when you need something, and when you're going through pain, then you want to make him real. But guess what, baby? I'm scared for you because he ain't coming to bust no move come time you feel that you want to deal with him. You want him to do something in your life. He ain't gonna bust a move for you. He ain't coming off that throne to bust a move for you, baby. He coming to fulfill what he already warned us. And that is the wrath, the judgment. So when people out here teaching y'all, oh, this day of prosper, this is the day he's finna make tomorrow good for you. He's gonna do this and he's gonna let you prosper. This is the day when Yah is going to take you out of where you at and take you to Mount Zion. They putting all that trash in your thought pattern. And you don't even understand. Only thing in your thought is wicked and evil. Continually. It can't even handle the truth of what I'm saying. And the truth be told, he ain't coming as you think he's coming to deliver you. He's not coming. Only things here is the beginning of tribulation, and you're entering in the days of Noah and the days of Lot. What is it they both had in common? Want me to tell y'all? Exactly what I see today. So when the Spirit said, what is it that I see it? I said, the people don't care about nothing that falls under the protocol of your righteous will, of your right doing, Father. They don't care about just. They think they want to go to the courtroom and they want to see justice, but they have no just within. They have no just roundabout, but they want justice. How in the Rex behind can you get justice without righteousness? How? People, how could you be so dumb in such a midnight hour? This world cannot offer you anything under justice. because it holds no righteousness. So you can't get just or justice out of that which have no righteousness. And then you're wondering why all these things are happening. It is getting, I'm going to show you how bad it's getting. It's so numb. People are numb to what is actually taking place in this world today. Do y'all know that? People are numb. It kind of reminds me of what they talk about, the zombies. The zombies is better off than where you are at. Let me just cap that. The zombies are better off than where you at. Because the zombies don't know today, tomorrow, tonight. They don't know nothing. But guess what? You're going to see it all. You're going to feel that thing. You're going to experience that thing. So y'all keep on running in on this earth, clowning and acting a fool and supporting all this wrongdoing. And the sad part is about it, everybody think they so cunning because they sit back and they entertain all the wrong, wicked, and evil. What is that? Every darkness, every wicked and darkness, the thoughts and imagination is evil continually because they think they can get on YouTube or they think they can get on Facebook or Instagram and entertain all this negativity, wicked, dark stuff, and they all good. No, you ain't all good. And no, you ain't all good. I was sitting here one time and I was watching and I saw something that said a blue face. I said, why is that on my TV where I watch YouTube? And I said, I ain't gonna even entertain it. But what? Blue face? Then I seen this man with a blue face. I said, what's wrong with his face? Is he diseased? And y'all, I clicked it and that was it. That was it. And I was like, oh my God, you mean people entertain this mess? And I never went back again. But what I realized, this is the sort of trash people like. This is what everybody is entertaining and they feeling good about it. So don't stand your tails and think that it ain't meant for you to know that it's going to be like the days of Noah, because every imagination and thoughts were wicked and evil continually. When you turn around and get on these internets and entertain over and over and over and over and over and over. And now this is who you are. This is what you do. This is what you enjoy. This is what you like. All of this wicked and evil. And you going to sit and try to make the Most High not who he is? Yeah, We are in that day of Noah. It's worser, just like the pastor that was preaching it. It's worser than the days of Noah. And it was said that it would be. So how do we escape that the ideal of somebody's mind like this? And every imagination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. How are you going to get out of that? Who and how are you going to escape that, people? You're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to escape that. That's what I'm scared about. Because I am not going to escape it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to understand it. But yet I'm going to walk in it. But I'm still scared. Because y'all ain't going to bust a move and change it. That's where I'm scared. He ain't going to bust a move. He ain't going to change nothing. Today is going to be exactly as wicked and evil. And guess what? I ain't gonna say today, it's already there. And that's what the pastor was saying. We are already in this day. And he said, now he living in this day like I am. He said, today, he said, in this world, it's worse already than the days of Noah. I told y'all, that's the same thing I've been saying. But it don't matter how many times you say it, Deborah. It don't matter how you say it, the way you say it. Let them feel it now. Now that it's been said, now let them sit back and let them feel it. Because that's what you're doing. You're feeling the thing that you know already taking place while everybody trying to run around here, try to get the message that pleases their energy. They want the message that please their vibes and their emotions and their feelings. That give them what they want to make them think that ain't nothing going on. Let's put it like that. So he was saying that Both times in the day of Noah and the day of Lot, it was the ideal of nobody, and this is the sad part, nobody changed. Nobody. Nobody bust a move to change out of the days of Noah, which was the whole world, and the days of Lot. Nobody bust a move to do what, Deborah? To change. That's what he said y'all missing. Because y'all thinking y'all in there. Or he gonna come get us and take us to Mount Zion. Or he gonna come and rapture us out of here. We getting out of here. You ain't getting out of nothing. Because when we tell you something they didn't tell y'all, even when the Son of Man come, he coming after tribulation and perilous times. He ain't coming in the middle of it. He's coming after all of that has taken its course. Just imagine being in that. They don't think that far, Deborah. People think they got too much going on to step in that realm you talking about. They think they got their T's crossed, their I's dotted. Oh, they ain't worried about that. They think they in there. But no one ever taught them that the Son of Man is coming. But he ain't coming like you think he coming to give you victory in your sick mind, your sick thoughts. Y'all wrong. You're wrong. Because if he's going to allow tribulation, which is perilous times, and the hearts of men going to fail them, he's going to allow it to complete its full course. Do y'all not get it? See, y'all don't still get it, do you? So the Son of Man is going to be the best thing that's going to come. But it's coming after the tribulation. You see? It's coming after the tribulation. So it seemed like the pastors, the bishops, the priests, the pope, the bishops, the apostles, the prophet, the prophetess, the Maureen, and the watchmen, the seers, the evangelists, the pastors again, are all lying to you all. They selling y'all deception at its highest. Because no one is telling you where you are at and what is really going on. All they telling you is the opposite, to keep you not focused. So they're supporting even this country and this world, hiding everything. And what is the world doing? And they evil. When we tell you what they doing in they evil, y'all, while y'all got y'all dumb tails out here acting a fool with each other, showing this racist mess and this hate, and murdering your brothers and your mama, your sister, and your children, and you're degrading your women, and you're killing your kid. Everybody out here clowning, and you're gonna stand here and tell me it ain't like the days of Noah already? We are at that peak. Y'all sick. Y'all ain't sick today. Y'all been sick for quite a long time. Because when y'all don't see all this stuff going on, and you're standing here looking at it, seeing wrong, to me, when I even look at the idea of the Nolan Wells case, I look at that, I said, wait a minute now. Why are they only talking about one? What about all them people that been hung on tree? And all of them was before then. Wait a minute. What's the deal with Nolan Wells? Y'all don't even see the mystery, do you? Y'all don't see the mystery, do you? Y'all really don't see the mystery, do you? Y'all don't see what is before you with the Nolan Wells case. It ain't gonna bring no light to nothing. It's to throw the world off. It's to throw this country off. The world is watching it too. So that don't cause you all to kind of think, wait a minute, something wrong with this picture. We had 5 people that's hung on a tree and ain't nobody expounding on them. They ain't even covered. We done had 70 lynchings since January. Ain't nobody covering them. What is it with the Noah Wells case? Come on, bring kingdom down. Truth. Bring the truth down. First thing the Father told me, it's darkness on both sides. It's to throw the mindset off. They don't care about no Nolan Well. It's the country, it's the world. The imagination is wicked and evil, Deborah, continually, because that's why they can't focus on 70 lynching of young black men and young black women since January. They ain't focusing on that. They focusing on this one person. What's wrong with that picture, y'all? Y'all don't see what's happening? You can't see what is happening? Other countries are also focusing on Nolan's well. Something is going on that none of y'all have the sense and won't ever have to understand it. Everything they have done in that Nolan Wells case, even from the very hanging that they hung him and where they hung him, all of that, everybody made all of it a lie. Everything about this man's case is a lie. So what are they doing? Who are they manipulating? Who are they deceiving? But I heard it was said, since they want to believe the lie, I'm going to pour out the strong delusion so they can continue to believe the lie. Something is wrong, and because y'all don't have the Holy Spirit living in you to know what I know, get somewhere and sit down. Because the truth be told, the whole case, if you ain't right in your spirit, you wouldn't know it. But if you're right with the Father, and the Father is in you right, not in your mouth, but in your spirit, abiding in your spirit, doing what? What he said he would do. What did he say he would do? He said, Deborah, I will teach you all things. So even with the Noah Wells situation, I'll teach you what's going on. This is the deception y'all put before the people. You had more than 70 lynching of young black men and women, and ain't nobody bust a move. Yes, the police is involved in the lynching, and nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's doing nothing. And it's okay. Why? Because we are in that day. What day was that? The day that the pastor just got through saying is worse up than the days of Noah. What do that say to this prophet? I see you, Father. I see you. I get it, and I've gotten it, and I'm running. I'm running, Father. I'm running. Where I'm running? In my lane. See, what lane do you have? Did he create you a lane to run in? Pull up. Tell somebody about your lane if you got one. So you can look at me all cockeyed and stupid, but do you have a lane to run in? Come on with it. If you do, pull up with it. Because you don't even have words to even describe your lane, because you ain't got none. But I have a lane. And I need a lane. The Father saw fit that I receive a lane, because he's letting me see it from the spiritual aspect and the natural. And let me tell you, it ain't looking nowhere near good, and it ain't gonna be good. And then I'm saying, like, Father, they don't even get that the Christians waiting for the rapture. Everybody waiting for the Son of Man, and don't understand the Son of Man ain't coming down here in this mess. This mess that's going to happen in tribulation and perilous times, and heart's going to fail you, is the judgment of the Most High Yah. That's that fire I've been saying in the last 5 years that he has kindled. His judgment, his wrath is right before you. And y'all playing in the devil's playground. No one would ever teach and preach to y'all something dark about this Nolan Wells case. No one would ever tell you. The reason why I'm saying something is I'm entitled. The Spirit has given me that type of position. Okay? I can say something. But there are those who has called themselves priests, bishops, pastors, apostles, prophet, even prophetess. They don't supposed to speak on it as if it's something that's good. They supposed to speak the light out of it. And that's what I just gave y'all. The light, that the fact that something dark about this case that don't make sense. They already know that the boy's been hung. They already then took the organs and hid them, so you won't know that he didn't drown and that it was his neck that was destroyed, and the autopsy. All the professional people embedded in this case, ain't now one of them is created on this earth to tell the truth, to give you the truth. because you all are looking for the truth in all the wrong places. Justice cannot be justice without righteousness. When someone gets justice, it's because the Father in the kingdom poured up with righteousness. Said, hold up, release. But the Father said he ain't gonna bust a move. Because what we're seeing is what we need to see. But yet, you cannot see. You cannot see what is going on. And who called this type of order? Who called this type of order that Nolan Wells case, in his case alone, Nolan's Well case, in his case alone, Nolan's Well case, in his case alone, is at the highest degree than any other case that ever hit the face of the earth. Y'all wake up. Y'all don't see what's going on. Y'all do not see what's going on. Okay. So he gave me 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2 through 3. In 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2 through 3. Chapter 2, Timothy. 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 2 to 3. That ye be not soon shaken in mind. This is what the Spirit gave me this morning. That ye be not soon, Deborah, shaken in mind, or be troubled, Deborah, neither by the Spirit. He's letting me know, don't let your spirit trouble you, Deborah. Don't be shaken in your mind, baby. Don't be troubled in your mind. Neither by your spirit. Don't bring all that stuff to your spirit and your mind. Nor by word. He let me know how his word gonna pull up and have me speaking things. But he said, don't be troubled by what I have you speaking, Deborah. Don't be troubled, nor by your spirit, by the words that's going to be spoken to you, nor a letter as from us. This is what Paul said, even from a letter from them. But I like what he did is he said, and don't be, nor by the word, because the word is the Father, is the kingdom where he sits on the throne. He is the word, and he will bring a word to you, but it's telling you, don't be troubled by it. Don't be shaken in mind, nor in your spirit by it, Deborah. And then it says, nor in letter as from us, as from the apostles. Don't be shaken by what you're reading, Deborah, as a letter from us. Nor be shaken by what the word is going to be giving you, because of the fact that it's going to give you straight up from the floor what's actually taking place in this world today. And then he says here, as that day of Christ is at hand, letting that Christ let you know that power is at hand. I know people don't understand Jacob's trouble. Deborah, they don't understand the trouble they in today. They don't understand they have already entered into the final day of Noah. They have already entered into the final day of Lot. And they are not even troubled by it. But you know what it is. This is why you're telling them people you scared, because you know what day you're in. You know what the spirit is about to allow to be released, and you know it, and you're scared because you know that the Father ain't gonna bust a move to move things out of the way for these people in this earth. So you're gonna see them and their reaction to what Yah power is about to allow. And then he went on and said in verse 3, now listen to this, in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 2 through 3, it says, let no man deceive you. Is that not what he said to his disciples before he left? To warn them about the end days? What did he say? Be not deceived. Why? Because the whole idea of being deceived, you guys, is only for the elect. You can't be deceived if you're not one of them. So he's not talking to you. See, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of things is not speaking to you. So you can continue to speak to yourself. And let every imagination and thought be continually wicked and evil. So you understand, he's not talking to you. That's why the whole world is vouching for all this wicked and evil and darkness, this unjust, this unrighteous mess to go on. People are loving hate more than anything on the face of this earth. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that? No, you don't. Because you all over in the Kool-Aid of darkness, and you ain't taste the Kool-Aid of light, and you ain't going to. Because we are in that day of Noah, where every imagination, all kick rocks with giants. I'm not afraid of giants. Kick rocks with fallen angels. I'm not afraid of them either. But what I am scared, that the Father, mighty right hand is stretched out arm, it's not going to move nothing out of the way. So everything coming down to this earth that's happening on this earth, guess what? It's rumbling. It's darker than you ever saw darkness and ever could have thought darkness could arrive. It's here already. So what did he say in verse 3? In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3, he said to me, now, Deborah, let not man deceive you. What did he say? Lo, any, what I didn't write it on the, oh, let me see if this the text. Let me put this, no, that's not it. I wrote it out, but, and he said, let no man deceive you. But at any means, I like that. Don't let no man deceive you at any means. That means people who portraying a roles to be something, especially when he said at any means. That's what you know what he mean by that. They come in all kind of ways. They coming in with you. They come in portraying with you. They come in participating with you. They come in giving you, but you knowing that Yah has placed his hand over Sister Deborah because he's been teaching me, be careful for them. Be careful. Don't be deceived by it. Now listen to what verse 3. Let no man deceive you, Deborah, nor at any means. Don't let him use any means to deceive you. Now watch this here. For that day, Deborah, that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of redemption. Now watch this here. He's actually telling y'all. He's actually telling y'all that there will be a great falling away. And you all are so ignorant. You think that the great falling away is because everybody left the church. Everybody left this here platform. Everybody left. See, y'all, this is the sickness that people don't see. We're in the days of Noah. Their thoughts and their imagination is what? Wicked and evil. So they can't comprehend what he's saying here. The great falling away in that day, in the day of this tribulation that already started. You know why that day shall not come except. So he's letting you know, except those ones that's got to fall away. Guess what? You ain't gonna see the man of redemption, the man of sin, of redemption. You ain't gonna see him until all has fallen away. And I would say, which I will not say because I know, but I would say unto you, first thing you should ask when, who is that falling away? You can't fall away from something. I mean, you can't fall away from nothing. He ain't talking about the falling away from nothing. He's talking about the falling away from something. This is where we already at, where people are falling away for all of their just reasons of why. They have assured themselves for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but they have no idea. You're falling away so you can fall into darkness where you need to belong. So you see, if you're thinking that the days of Noah has not appeared, Well, the minds of the people are not destroyed. Use the fool. You're going to be the ones that falls away. Okay, can you fall away from something that you never was in? No. So he's not talking about people who's fallen away from all the churches and all the platforms and all the their pastors and all the bishops. He said you're falling away from only the ones that's speaking spirit and truth. And he said he ain't gonna bust a move. He ain't gonna bust a move. He's not gonna even let the son of redemption come until your tails fall away. Now, you see, you think y'all got game. Y'all, this flesh out here think they got more game than anything, and they're the fools. He's actually letting you know the great fall, not the great, but the falling away first. That's what it says. Until the falling away. That day shall not come until, no, not until, except there come a falling away. First, that's what it says. First. So you're going to have to see, you're going to start seeing people fall away from the light, y'all. Fall away from that which is truth, y'all. Fall away from the righteous word of Yah. Fall away from the light, y'all. That falling away is not a falling away from what you never was in, darkness. You already dark. It has to be you were in something that represent the Most High Yah, and you fell away from it. And then come the son of redemption. You see? But it's a sealed thing that I have taught in this last month or last month and a half, that there is a falling away, but it need to be. Because what he said, I'm getting them hypocrites out the way. I'm giving them fake ones that say they're going to make it. Those that think that they're going to pay their way into the kingdom. Those that portray and to be the light, and they are the darkness. Those who say they understand and they got spirit and truth, they're going to be a falling away. And I'm not bringing the man of redemption until they fall away. I mean, get their tails from away from who I am. That's what the Father is saying. So you ain't got the game and gone. The game got you, and you are gone. Because it says, every imagination and thought are wicked and evil continually. Look like somebody gone there. All the way. You see? And if it's going to be like that day, then that got to be this day we're in. And what make people think that it is not is because they are dark. And there's many that has to still fall away. And that's why I say to y'all, I like how he rumbled. I like the creative swag. And even though they have added to these books and wrote in and smeared, I can still understand and feel what the Father is saying. That's why he constantly telling me to get in my lane. Because when I'm outside my lane, he's letting you know there's no wisdom, there's no understanding. There's no light on the outside. So you're going to have to learn to even speak and teach from where you at in your lane. Because keep going out to try to get them to know this. Can you see this? Can you see this? Oh, he said this. He said this. He did this. Don't waste your time. Because the imagination and thought is just that, it's already there. Wicked and evil. They will call you wicked and evil just so they can walk in wicked and evil. They can turn away from you just so they can walk into darkness. And they don't understand, they ain't turning away from you. They didn't turn away from what they were, whatever little they had that was in light. They didn't turn away from it, and they should have. You see the mandatory spoken sound in the earth is actually telling you there's going to be a falling away. Y'all, this is not telling you falling away from Roman Catholic, Jehovah Witness, the Muslims, the Christians. It's falling away from what is right, y'all. What is righteous, what is just. That's where you're falling away from, people. And you're doing it with a smile. You're doing it with an assurance that, hey, I'm in there. I'm good. I can fake it until I make it. And people so busy wanting their family. And what happens in a situation like this is when people go into a lifestyle like this, what's sad about it, and I ain't gonna say sad, but what's bad about it is you don't never ever and you ever won't get your family and nobody to believe in you anymore. Once you have fallen away, guess what? You thought somebody didn't listen to you when you thought you was in there and you was representing y'all and you was preaching and you was teaching, you making videos and you was thinking they were doing it. Guess what? Guess what? Now you in a worse condition because you have fell away. And guess what? You just out there now. See, y'all thought that no one never gave it a thought because they never preach it and teach it to you. That falling away is a powerful thing. But it was falling away at the end, at the beginning of the tribulation. They're going to fall away from truth. And you thought you couldn't witness. You thought you couldn't preach. You thought you couldn't teach. You couldn't convince your parents. You couldn't convince your siblings. You couldn't convince your wife. You couldn't convince your husband. You couldn't convince your uncles and your aunts. You can't even convince your children. So when that falling away take its course, you really ain't gonna be able to tell nobody nothing because you fell away from what you were in, and you fell away because you thought you had enough to not have to need anything. So welcome to what Spirit and Truth really is about. It's bringing that light out of the darkness. So I say unto you all, we are already there in the days where every imagination is wicked and evil continually. That's my scarce. I'm afraid, not afraid, I'm scared that y'all ain't gonna bust a move. You know why? He ain't. He's gonna even allow those who've been faking it, saying they making it. Oh, I got the Ruach, I got the Holy Spirit. I believe. Everything it's going, who faked it, who wasn't sincere, Yah has allowed them to already start falling away. Praise the Most High Yah. And another thing, he's going to allow you to see it. When you are the spiritual seed, he's going to allow you to see it and know it the way it was already said and was covered up all these days. Because I think about it, I said, well, Father, you ain't never came down to bust a move. So I don't know why I'm expecting him to, because I know him like that. I'm expecting him to come down and say, hey, wait a minute, hold up. Oh, no, baby, that's what I'm scared of. He ain't going to do it. And I'm like sitting here talking to y'all and realize I never saw him come down here and bust a move for all these people. Now, when it came down to me, I'm a walking testimony, a living testimony. I've seen him 3 times come off that throne on my behalf. So can't nobody tell me what he won't do and what he can't. But I'm also a chosen vessel, one that was ordained, predestined, foreknew before the foundation of the world. I was molded and shaped to be a servant, a vessel that he reside in. So I can't get away with what y'all continue to sit back and say and think y'all manipulating people to believe that you're in. I can't get away with that. But I can show preach that thing and teach that thing. I can show speak spirit and truth and bring that light forth. But he ain't gonna let me get away with what y'all getting away with. No. He wouldn't dare let me get away with it. And I give him all glory and honor and praise for having his fist, his right hand power on me. I'm going to get over here and see if I can do my interview with my son, Ray. And I want to get his YouTube page started for him, just so to get him involved. And look like the Vote Rehab is really working on him, helping him find a full-time position, a job. He's normally stays at least longer than 7-8 years on his jobs. But I'm hoping that he can get, I ain't gonna hope, I know they're going to get him something. But I'm going to do an interview with Ray today, hopefully. Y'all, I can't promise it, but I'm on my way there now to see how we can set up for the interview. He did get his little haircut done, so I want to sit down and I want to talk to him, and I want him to open up and also say some things that's within him. I'm gonna tell y'all something that the Spirit revealed to me again, and I don't know where it's coming from, and it's hard. It's hard. Uh, he was saying that, do you remember when you went to the TBI banquet? And I remember that. It's a big banquet at a big, nice hotel. And everybody who have TBI, it's for them and their families. And it's very expensive. The food, y'all, is delicious. You hear me? And they have it once a year. And I think me and Ray only went twice. But I think this year I would go. I would take Ray and see if he wants to go this year, since we ain't been in a lot of years. We only been twice, but it's really, really nice. And I realized that the Father was speaking to me this morning. He said, Deborah, you know that they can't tell you an individual that had two TBIs. When we went to that banquet and everybody had to talk about their TBI and so on. And my question, they asked if they had any question. My question for all those people that were there, we were the only, I think it was another melanated couple family, and then it was me and Ray. And when I stood up, the question I wanted to ask, is there a such thing of anybody that's here today that had more than one TBI? No. No. My son has had two TBIs. And he was the only one among all those people that had his own job, that was driving his own car, that was doing everything, that could take care of himself, can bath, cook his own food. You see the blessing? So the Father was sharing that with me this morning, of how his TBI, he had two, because that's how the enemy came after him, because he knew who he was. And my prayer to the Father, don't let him get a third chance, please. Don't give that enemy a third chance. You allowed him twice. Please don't give him a third chance. So that's my prayer to the Most High Yah in such a time as this. But he was the only person, and it had to have been probably more than 200 people, and it was more than 200 people because it was the family. They get to eat too, everybody. But the question I asked, have anybody have had two TBIs? All of the people that was there were on disability. Many was in wheelchairs. Many couldn't walk. They couldn't take care of themselves. They couldn't. But my son, he was there. And he felt real good. I believe it was a feeling of being blessed to see all those people there with the same head injury that he had. But yet, they were all bound to situation. And he didn't have he wasn't bound to anything. He could just live his bestest life. So when the Spirit spoke to me about that this morning, I really thank the Most High Yah for allowing him to be able to have this major head injury twice, and still he allowed him to have a normal life, a normal living. And I give all glory and honor. And like I said, all of these people were totally disabled. And they were on Social Security, disability. When Ray was never on it. He was on it when he first had his injury, and he refused to accept it because he said he wanted to be a man. And that was my choice, that they gave me to waive it, because I was like not the power of attorney, but I was the overseer. Uh, he waived it and I waived it, to where he was, I think he was 17. He didn't want to be on disability, so he hasn't. He's 46 now. So I'm going over today, and hopefully I get an interview with Raymond. I can sit down, and we can just sit down and talk to you all to try to let you see what is alike, even as a mother. Something else he brought in. He was telling me that my whole living is a testimony to somebody, even if it's that one. I give the Most High all glory and honor and praise. Because just thinking about him being the only one that have had 2 head injuries. And yet, those that have had one can't even take care of themselves. So it's a blessing inside of a blessing. That's what I call it. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of this message. But the message is the message from the Most High Yah. This is what he gave me this morning, and I put it out to you. And I hope that someone, that one, not like a number one, but the ones that's the oneness in the Father. And Sister Deborah says, Shalom and Shalom.